All right, so let's take a look at this algebra problem. It says which rule is best represented by this graph. So we have the rule y equals 2x plus 4, y equals 2x minus 4, and so on and so forth. And we have a line that is graphed on a coordinate plane. Now, you guys haven't actually been privy to the slope-intercept formula yet or things like that, so we're going to have to tackle this problem a slightly different way. What I would suggest that you do in solving this problem is I would suggest that you pick a couple points that lie on the line. For example, it looks like there's a point right here, and that point's coordinates is -2, 0. And it looks like there's a point right here as well, and that looks like that's at 0, 4. And what we're going to do is we're going to plug these x and y values into each of these equations, and whichever equation these both plug into correctly, that's the equation that represents the line. So we're going to start with y equals 2x plus 4. So y equals 2x plus 4. But instead of using an x, we're going to replace that with the -2. And instead of a y, we're going to replace that with our 0. And we're going to see, is this true? Does 0 equal the stuff on the right side? Well, 2 times -2 is -4. And when that gets added to a +4, indeed, that does equal 0. So the first one checks out. Now let's check the second point, 0 and 4. Again, we're going to use our equation, but instead of using an x, we're going to plug a 0 in for the x. And instead of using a y, we're going to replace that with a 4. So, oops, you know what I did? Hang on one second. I put an equal sign here instead of a plus sign. All right, let's fix that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and solve our right side and see if indeed it is equal to the stuff on the left side. 2 times 0 is 0. And when that gets added to 4, 0 added to 4, of course, is equal to 4. So both of these points, when plugged into this equation for answer A, are true. So the answer must be y equals 2x plus 4. Now again, I would suggest that you check the rest of these rules or these equations to see that they don't work, because you may have made a careless mistake in your math. We could just real quickly test out letter B, the equation y equals 2x minus 4. If we were to replace using the first point here, the x with a -2, and the y with the 0. Again, 2 times -2 is -4, but instead of having a +4, we have a -4. -4 minus 4 does not equal 0 like we need it to. Remember, we're checking to see if that's true. It equals -8. And since -8 does not equal 0, this point does not lie on this line or this equation that represents a line. And of course, we would test that for all of them and discover that these do not work either, and answer A is the correct answer. So again, the key to doing a problem like this is pick a couple points that lie in your line. You got to pick more than one. Check both of these points by plugging them into each equation, and whichever equation both points work for, why that is going to be your answer.